It's still March on the farm here in Szpakowo, and this is the last month to plant wheat this year, so we have pretty much all the work to do on what will be our wheat field. I've used some of our money to purchase land down by our silo to expand what will be a cornfield, but there might be an issue holding us back on expanding it this month on the farm. You can find a link to this series in the description or in the comments below, and of course, check out the channel page for other farming series you might like. Well, we got the lime trailer from where we left it at the shop. We've got to get this filled up, and our wheat field has got to be planted this month. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be working on the wheat field. Now it needs everything. It needs fertilizer, lime, and of course to be planted with wheat. The grass field here is all done. I even went over and rolled that. And, oh yeah, there's something I want to show you on the wheat field. I'll try to remember that. There's some other work that needs to be done, but the wheat, March is the last month to plant that, so that needs to be planted now. We got manure over there ready to go down on that. Yeah, everything looks pretty good here. Still need to get to the cattle, but there's still more left in March. We'll see how things go. Oh, I keep forgetting that is a grass field. I could have driven across it. Once the grass starts growing, I'll remember to, you'll see I could have driven across it to the lime pit back here. But, yeah, once the grass starts growing, then it'll kind of blend in with this yard here, the farm yard here. So I don't know how much lime we're going to need, but let's fill this. And while we're back here with the wheel loader, actually our wheel loader has tracks. Does that make it a track loader? Good question. While we're back here with that, we'll want to put some lime in our new field tender here. It can't hurt because this may run out of lime doing the wheat field. I don't know, but either way, it can't hurt to have a tank of lime in it. It's got, if you were here last episode when we got that, I told you guys about it a little bit. It has 2 tanks in it, and it'd be handy to have lime in one and maybe, I don't know, seeds in the other. Yeah. Normally you would use this for like seeds and fertilizer probably, but we use manure, and yeah, I don't know. I can't see pumping manure through this. Doesn't seem like that would be the thing to do. So let's grab the loader, get that up there, fill our lime spreader. I went ahead and I did buy us the plot of land down there by the silo. That's right. We might work on that if we have time. Of course, we'll be planting corn next month, but that field needs to be ready to plant corn. We can go down here when we have time. But yeah, I bought there's a grass field on the other side of the silo down there. We had extra money from various things earlier, so we got room to expand that cornfield down there. Well, it will be a cornfield next month. All right, so I figure we can load the lime in this trailer as it is, but we're going to want to open up the field tender. Now, we should be able to open up one of the covers, and I think if we're careful, load it with the loader there. Let's see how this... Well, let's see here. I've not used this on this farm, and it's been a while, so... We're going to want to put the pipe out, I wonder. Whoa, let's not hit the machine with the pipe. Yeah, we're going to want to have the pipe out, and I think... Yeah, we can swing the pipe further back. You can manually control this pipe. Can I swing it? Yeah, I can swing it totally clear. Okay, that's good. I guess back this up in here, and then I'll see if I can find the controls to open the... There we go. All right, now we'll just have to be a little dainty with the wheel loader bucket here. And we'll get lime just in one of those 2 tanks there. Good thing I bought the extra lime and got us this pile, because yeah, this is saving us a long trip to get it otherwise. Let's get this in here. That's going to take another bucket at least for sure. All right, one more bucket. I mean, this bucket's pretty big. From here, it looks like it's going to fill it. Let's see. And yeah, that's probably close enough. Well, Okay, see, this bucket holds 3,500, I think it is. So it's going to take 2 buckets to fill the field tender, I guess. Yeah. Oh, this thing moves so slow. Yeah, I love this wheel loader, I really do, but man, the bucket moves slow. Yeah, so the field tender will take 2 of these. Now, we're going to want to be very careful. I've not loaded it with this. I think loading this field tender, I've only loaded it by pulling it up next to a pallet. I'm not a fan of loading that way. I like to, yeah, load with the actual tools. Yeah, maybe. I think it'll work. Let's be very careful. Okay, the collision on this is a little... Well, it's not going on the ground, so... But it barely goes up high enough, like barely. The collision with the field tender is a little... yeah, I think that's as much as I can tip the bucket. No, a little more. Technically, I'm not hitting it. It thinks I am, but I'm not. I swear. And it did only go in the back tank. Yes, it did. Sweet. All right. It'll hold 1 more of these. That way, if we run out in the field, obviously, yeah, we can fill it. Lime goes so fast, it seems. All right. Well, this won't fill it, but it'll be enough. And we spilled a little bit. Man, that is difficult. How did I even do it the first time? There. All right, so not the preferred way to load this, but it works. Yeah, it works. I had to, like I said, hey, I've never loaded it with that before. Is it still pouring? Yeah. All right, next time, I'll, oh, you know what I'll do next time? Oh, geez. Next time, we'll, yeah, there's a loading ramp at the store, like a loading dock kind of thing. We can pull that field tender up in front of it and pull this up on the ramp. Yeah, get us about 4 feet of height under the tracks of this thing. That's what we'll do. All right, and that's got it there. Well, still some on the ground. I didn't move the bucket. How's it going on the ground? Well, all right, so yeah, that's the last I'm trying it with this. We're just going to have to load it a different way. At least I know that now. This, yeah, that is totally good enough. Let's just back this up out of the way. All right, yeah, so we know to do this a different way now. Now, can I put the pipe back without, can I put it back automatically? No, I'm going to have to put it back manually. So we can move it, the pipe can open automatically, and we can move it manually. But if I move it manually, wait. All right. Well, I got it to work. Okay. That's closed back up. Let me get this lime put up, and we're going to haul that lime spreader out to the wheat field. So I just wanted to take a second here and thank you guys for watching this video, and to say that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, and it would be great and help the channel so much if you'd click that subscribe button if you enjoy the content here. If you think the channel here looks like a channel with more than 1,000 subs, why not sub and help me get to that number? Thanks. All right, so we're going to fertilize this, or sorry, put lime down on this first. Actually, you know what? I was going to put lime on it first, but for whatever reason, this has fertilizer in a strip right here. And let me turn this off, turn off the lime. Yeah, for some reason, this has fertilizer already here. I'm not sure how that happened. It was kind of like our grass field down here had a strip. So if I were to put down lime, yeah, so if I were to put down lime on this, it would count as another step. And then when I put down fertilizer, this strip here would have 2 stages and the rest would only have 1. And I don't like things uneven. So we're going to put fertilizer first, if that makes sense. We'll put fertilizer first on this field 103 here. Then the whole thing will be 1 stage. It'll be nice and even. And then we'll put the lime down. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I was going to put down the lime first just because I think white fields are ugly. And I figured if we put the lime down first, then the fertilizer will cover it up. But Yeah, let's just back this back down here. Let's park it on the field over here. And I'm going to grab our manure trailer and fertilize it first. And that's not what I meant to disconnect. I'll just cut that part out. All right. There we go. Let's grab the manure spreader. And if we don't get both, I could put both stages of fertilizer on it this month. You know, I could put fertilizer, lime it, fertilizer, but I don't like to do that because I like to be a little more, I don't know, what I think would be more realistic with it. So we're going to put down fertilizer, spread lime, and then next month, and then plant the wheat, and then next month we'll fertilize it again. That just seems a little more, I don't know, realistic to me or something. So now, do we have enough manure? Well, if we don't, we can get more. And what is our work width looking like? Okay. Not terribly wide, but enough for a small field like this. And for some reason, it missed a spot there. Almost as if there was already fertilizer there. Unless there's a weird, creepy incline. No, I don't see any kind of elevation change there. Yeah, actually. Well, it's hard to see because I'm standing on it. I know I'm smart, but I think that there might have been fertilizer there. Again, somehow, I don't know. The same could be asked for, why is there a strip of fertilizer in the middle? Best guess, let's see, what did we harvest off this field? We harvested wheat. You know, it could have been like, I don't know. I was going to say it could have been from the swath that the harvester was leaving, but then there would be multiple. So yeah, I don't know. Yep, we're going to have to refill the manure. It looks like this is going to be we're going to be using the loader a little bit more. It's a good thing we got the bigger bucket for it. Yeah, we're gonna have to refill this again too. So after so this will be wheat, and then we're gonna have, see, the bigger field up north that we combined, and that field down there, the one with lime on it, and then the field next to it, that's gonna be one big cornfield. Yeah, this year is gonna be cool. We're gonna have lots of cornfields for harvest later this year. That'll be cool. Let's see if I can get this around without wasting too much manure. Yeah, not bad. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to fill this up again. That's a good thing. We've got cattle always making fertilizer for us. Actually, we may not have to fill it again. I think on the trip back down, we could just kind of get some of the spots that I missed a little bit. Maybe. We'll see. And then we'll get our wheat planted. And that's really all that we've got to do this month. There's some other jobs around the area, though. There's some... Yeah, we got that Disc Harrow, I believe it was last episode, and haven't used it yet. There's a couple of fields I wouldn't mind. Well, we could do some work for some of our neighbors and get to try out our new Disc Harrow. There is that. Oh, I know what this line is up here. I know what this line is here. This line that looks suspiciously like a set of tire tracks. Yeah. I was hoping you guys wouldn't notice that. When I harvested it, yeah, I accidentally ran a truck through here. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what happened. While this was grown up, well, that's what happens when you're driving your truck through the grass, or your tractor, and you have it on cruise control and don't realize and pause the game. Yeah, that's what happened here. And so I guess that caused a mismatch in the fertilization stage somehow is what happened there, because I was like, man, that looks like a set of tire tracks. Yeah, it's... So could that be what happened to what is in our grass field? No, I think I would remember if I ran the entire length of a field and just trampled the crop. Yeah, I definitely didn't do that. So I don't know how the grass field ended up with a strip through the middle of it, but huh. And yeah, if I skimp on the fertilizer a little bit, we're going to have a clean trailer and a covered field. Get this last bit here. We'll get this bit here. And we should have just enough to get this bit here, or as much as we can anyway, and this field will be good. There we go. And that is... Ooh, wow. I mean, that's close. That's just enough. Excellent. All right, now let's pull this heavy trailer. I mean, it is heavy. Sometimes it's hard to get going with this thing. Let's get this. Do I have to unfold this? No, I don't. Well, let's get it. Yeah, it's kind of heavy, so I need to get it going before I turn it on, or else we'll sit here like all the way through first gear in the tractor. Let's get it moving first. There we go. And try to feel what they're working with for it. There we go. And then this field will be nice and, well, yeah, totally refreshed, ready to go. Except, of course, for the rocks. And if you were here for the first few episodes of this series where I tried several methods to get rid of the rocks in this field, it's a no-go. It might be something with the map. I tried rock picker and I tried roller because they were only just small stones. I tried rolling them, pushing them back in with the roller. I tried rock picker, and now the grass field by our house there that we were driving over, that had rocks. But earlier this month, I went over it after planting the grass. I rolled it, and just, it worked exactly as it should. It pushed the rocks back into the ground. So this field, I don't know. This field is just determined to have rocks on it. But so aside from that, this field is like new now. It'll just need one stage of fertilization, of course, after we plant our corn next month. And yeah, we're gonna have more than enough lime for this. I wasn't sure, but yeah, I guess it makes sense because we spread lime on the entire field that we enlarged up north, and yeah, it didn't use the whole thing. Well, sometimes it goes so fast, the lime. All right, this will do it for this field here. Yeah, this field's pretty quick. Yeah, it's not quite a hectare, so it's pretty quick going over it with this stuff here. We are now ready to plant. I guess it couldn't hurt as long as we're right down here. I don't think this is anything at all, but we can go ahead and get this real quick right here. There we go. There we go. That field is good. That really does look like tire tracks, doesn't it? But I didn't drive through this field. Yeah, I swear I didn't drive through this field. That's weird, because it looks suspiciously like, well, a tractor bigger than this. It looks like I drove the big bud through it, doesn't it? Yeah, but I didn't, because you guys clearly saw me. Well, or maybe you didn't. Maybe I didn't harvest it in an episode. I might have harvested it in between, but still, I promise you, there was not two big stonking tire tracks that ate up half the field. But it does look like the big bud came through here. Well, I guess we'll never know, but I know that they can cause uneven stages of fertilization, and that's what happened down there at the end of that one. So for now, let's go get our seeder down here. We'll have to make sure it's set on wheat because it's not. It's set on grass. So, yeah, I never want to forget that. We'll get this hooked up. And does it need seeds? It might, because I didn't fill it. I don't think I filled it for 2 different fields. Let's see. Well, what do you think? Do we try? I say, yeah, let's try. And let's get this set on wheat. All right, so let's see if we can plant this field. I think this field is 0.8 hectares. Let's see if we can do that on half of a seeder. Yeah, I'm rushing to get this done because, well, it's March. And I think I kind of didn't really, I think it just kind of wasn't sure what we were going to plant in this field. Once I decided to do corn everywhere else, you know, that field there is a natural choice for wheat because it's so long and straight, perfect for picking up straw for bales. All right, now this seeder makes pretty quick work of this field. Oh yeah, getting our tractor all caked with lime and manure. I think I did remark on that last episode. I mean, just think about it. Lime and manure, that's got to be about the worst stuff I can imagine getting caked all over my tractor. We are going to wash the tractor off after this. And yeah, that's why I didn't wash it earlier. I was just thinking to myself as I was driving the tractor over here, didn't I say I was going to wash this or something? And then, yeah, no, I said I'm going to wash it after this because that's got to be about the most disgusting gunk to have caked on your tractor. Let me know in the comments if you happen to know this from experience or something, but I would imagine that that's pretty bad. And I guess it couldn't hurt to, yeah, I've forgotten to roll a few of the fields as long as we've got time in March. And this field technically will be ready for it. We can come by and roll, run the roller over it. So I guess today pretty much, this wheat field is our project, but hey, there's more fields to work yet. Next month is going to be a crazy long month as well. But that's how it is, you know, like, yeah, winter was so, it's really not much, there's really nothing to do around here. So yeah, as it turns out, we are going to have plenty of seeds. Yeah, I don't think that since the first time we filled this, when I bought it, I don't think we filled it since. And look at that big field there. I'd like to own a field that big. You know, we've got some fields. We've got a couple now that are bigger. One because we expanded it, and that one down there is going to be expanded. But this is just a beautiful, big, sweeping field. What do they have planted here? Canola. This is a cool field. I have looked at buying this field, especially since our farm is, I mean, it's a great location, right? Our farm is right there, and our silo's down there. But I think it's about a $300,000 piece of land. But that's all right. All right, and I think one more pass north up the field, we'll have a wheat planted, and we can come through with the roller. Can I get this in one pass? I think I can. I think we got just enough room here. And then, well, maybe what I'll do is, let's do this. Get this planted, and I'll get this rolled later on in the month so that we're not doing just one field in today's episode. Why don't we go have a look at expanding our cornfield? We don't have to do that till next month, but if I leave all of the cornfield work until next month, then it's going to be busier than this month. I can come back over this and run the roller on it a little bit later. For now, yeah, this wasn't wide enough for the entire run, so we'll plant wheat on the rest of this field, and then let's go have a look at expanding that cornfield. That's going to be a lot of work because expanding it, what we're expanding it to is now a grass field. I don't know the state of it. It might need field prep as well. Yeah, so I want to go have a look at that. It will be, there's a great chance to use our new Disc Harrow right there, actually. I was talking about using the Disc Harrow. That's a great opportunity to put it to work. And then, of course, there's the other thing. I've been talking about all this talk about planting corn, but we don't have a corn planter. Yeah, you know, of course we can afford one. I want to keep an eye out on the used equipment. Yeah, you know me, I'm cheap. I'm always looking for a... Okay, why didn't that... we'll have to unfold it manually. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'd like to buy used equipment when I can, so I'll keep a lookout for it. But yeah, otherwise we'll have to buy one new. I'm sure we could find a decent deal, though. I'll check on that. First, let me get this parked up here, and let's go check out where we're going to expand what will be a cornfield. This will be fun. All right, where did I park that Disc Harrow? There it is. We might want to pull it out with the No, we could pull that out with the big bud, but I'm going to have to move this. Well, yeah, I got to move this anyway. I didn't... You know, it's funny because it's parked right where I thought it was. I was like, where's it parked? Parked here, right? And then, but I just realized if it is where I thought it was parked, then why did I park the Zadar right in front of it? Yeah, these are good questions. Let's just, as long as we have to move this tractor anyway, let's pull this out where the big bud can reach it a little easier. And let's get this guy tucked in here. I got him all washed off. We'll get him tucked in here. Ready for the next job. All right, let's get this hooked up and go have a look at that cornfield. Or again, what will be a cornfield. We're actually going to want to bring the Zadar out too, because while we can use this to, we're going to use this to cultivate, you know, the grass field so we can replant it. We're going to want to, it's, you know, directly next door to our field, so we're going to want to connect them. And I guess it's time to put in a road back there to our silo, define like a road out to our silo, and the field will kind of work, like go around it. I'll show you what I mean once we get up here. Wow, look at this. This is a Disc Harrow. This thing is serious. This is our first piece of like serious equipment. I guess unless you count the big bud, this is like our first piece of real serious equipment. I mean, the big bud is big. It is 450 horsepower. But we got it used for a really good price. It kind of just feels like a powerful tractor, which it is. So we want to connect this field here to my left with that grass field over yonder. And so we're just going to run the Disc Harrow over there. But we want to use as much of this area here. I know you can't see where I'm pointing. I always do that. Don't worry about it. This area here to be field, but we also need a road out to our silo from the road back there. And so, yeah, let's see here. One way I thought to do it was mark where the road's going to be with a mower. That's something I've done a lot before. Because when you're in the build mode, right, placing a road, sometimes, at least for me anyway, it's kind of, I'm not sure, like, I may not be sure where I want something. And a lot of times you'll see me mark stuff out with a mower. See, we're going to want the road from the silo. We kind of want it about where the big bud is. We want enough room to hook a truck around out of that. And then I guess the most space-efficient way to do it would be to have the road go through the silo, loop around like to here, and then have one road, go back to the road down there. That way, that gives us as much open territory here as possible, if you follow what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's get in this here, and, well, let's start making some tracks through this field. I just kind of wanted to show you all what I was thinking there. That said, yeah, that road's going to want to kind of come... Well, I'll get it put in. First, let's get this... Let's put our brand new used Disc Harrow to work here. Oh, this thing's a beast. Whoops. I think I accidentally lowered it. Let's see. There we go. Well, I'm going to back it up and kind of straighten it out first. There we go. All right. Let's get this guy going. This is all going to be cornfield. And, well, we had to come out here with a small tractor anyway for some work over there, creating the field with a plow. So we can, I'll get these corners that I can't get with this big tool here. I'll get the corners when I bring the Zadar over with the plow. You know, a smart person would have mowed all this grass first. Yeah, you know? Oh, I can't. It's not fully grown yet. Give me a second here. Oh, geez. You know, if we hold this off till next month... Oh, I was having so much fun, though. I was just getting started, too. Oh, man, this thing is so awesome. Look at this guy. Oh, it's so awesome. We were just getting started. But, yeah, if we wait till next month... I mean, it means doing a lot next month. Yeah, because it not only means doing all of this field creation and everything and planting and all of that, it also means doing all of this grass work, too. And for what? How much money? I think. Well, actually, we've done this field twice. I've done contracts on this field prior to us owning it twice, and I know that this field makes about 33 bales of grass. That's that's a good amount of money. So turn that into silage. And let's see what, 30 bales times, how much is in those bales? 4,500 per bale. So call that roundabout, I don't know, 150,000 liters. So that's about 70 grand. I mean, just real rough math in the head, right? It's like $70,000 worth of grass or silage. Yeah, you know, oh, that is a lot of work. How about, I'm going to think on this. I'm not 100%, rough, really, really rough estimate. About possibly $70,000 in silage can come off this field. Man, they were only paying us like 15 grand to do it, for the contract. Well, no, that probably lines up, yeah, thereabouts. All right, so let's leave this park for now. Let's go put in that road, because I've been talking about putting that road in since last year. A road out to our silo is just about a pretty sensible thing to do. I'm going to come over here and grab our mower. I think I'll be able to better envision where the road is going to be if we mark it out with a mower. It feels like that works pretty good. So you guys leave me your opinion of what you think down in the comments. And I'll wait and I'll hear from you guys and see if I can't decide what to do. That makes a lot more work next month. It makes a lot more work next month. But dang, that's potentially a lot of profit from grass we could sell. And, well, I'm glad I thought of it. Yeah, just, completely destroying 2 hectares of grass. And you stop and think, wait a second, why am I doing this? No, that's sad. This right here has no crops growing on it. No, yeah, this here has no crops growing on it. In fact, this is not a field. No, this is not even field. This is just meadow here. So, or is it? Well, actually, nope, this is grass too. So that means, okay, right here is not field. So it would make sense to run the road up here, right? But unfortunately, yeah, the way everything got placed is, well, technically it's on me. You see, we had this vehicle shed first. And then when I had the silo built, well, I just had to have it centered on the vehicle shed. It looks good this way. Yeah, we should have put the silo, that away about 25 feet to have room to properly turn a truck out onto this. I wasn't really thinking about that. But then it would have been off center, sitting over here. I don't think I could have dealt with that. All right, so that means the road kind of needs to be here. I'll have a look at this. No, actually, I got a solution for it. Just because the truck has to turn out a little wider doesn't mean it has to come all the way down here. Yeah, maybe I'm not thinking today, I guess. But if I wasn't thinking at all, I would have run the disc harrow through all of that grass. Is this grass ready to harvest? No, it's still growing. Well, geez. Well, that's the thing. Because I haven't mowed this grass ever. So, well, this grass here, no. When this was a field, I was just harvesting the grass over there. Well, hopefully it'll be growing next month. That's the thing. If I don't do it, if I don't tear all this up now and I'm, waiting for next month, it's got to grow next month or else, yeah. Now, that said, the corn doesn't have to be planted next month. Corn can be planted in May. So we'll see. But I think holding off on that is the right thing to do. All right, so if I can zoom out here, we can see that what we can do is, yeah, the truck's got to come out to about where the tractor is, but you know what we can do? This base here that the silo was on, this ground, I'm just going to expand this out with gravel a bit. I'm just going to expand this area out with gravel out to about like here. Just out to about here, and this will give the truck enough room to turn out and then turn back to here, and then you just use this as a road. That seems like the path of least resistance. Yeah, and I didn't think of that until just now. I'll just widen that kind of concrete pad there just to give the truck more room to turn, and then we'll use this road up and back. I think it's this maximum field on each side. So it'll be cool coming up through here this summer and this fall. We'll just have corn really high on each side. Yeah, it'll look really cool. All right, so let's get back to the farm. Now that I know what we're doing, we're going to leave the big bud out there with the Disc Harrow. We're going to wait and see next month, next episode. Hopefully this grass will be growing here. We can take care of that. And yeah, so if the corn doesn't get planted all next month, it can be planted in May. Yeah, definitely playing this by ear as I go, figuring out what we're going to do. But hey, got a plan now. Got a plan for the farm now. All right, so we're going to get this rolled. Oh man, I can't. Oh yeah, this is tough, isn't it? This like hurts your eyes. I forgot about this. Oh, it hurts my eyes trying to see where I've been. Once you get through a whole field of this, I find myself squinting and my eyes hurt. Yeah, this is why I oftentimes don't bother rolling fields. My bad, I brought the tractor to a stop and this thing has gears. Yeah, I often don't roll fields because sometimes I don't want to put up with this. One good way around this, and when I say this, I mean not being able to see where you're going or where you've been, is to plant one direction and roll 90 degrees to it. But that's not an option on this field. This field, only goes north and south. If I turn back around and I can't see where we've been, well, then I'll wing it the best I can. I'll eyeball it. Because, yeah, and this is generally what I do. If I'm going to roll a field and I just literally can't see where I'm at, rather than hurt my eyes trying to squint, I'll just do as good as I can, and hey, it's better than nothing. All right, yeah, we can kind of see, but yeah, I'm not a fan of this lack of difference in the texture here. But you can kind of see if I look up ahead where we're going. So this field's going to be all good to go. Yeah, this field is absolutely good to go. We'll come over this next month. Man, there's so much work to do next month. Yeah, along with all the corn, we're going to want to come over this and fertilize this, and I don't have a good plan as to how. Well, you see, next month it will have started growing, and I do have a fertilizer spreader that won't leave tracks. I do have one that mounts in the 3-point with the tractor. It's tucked over there in the vehicle shed, but I don't have a tractor with narrow tires, so we might have to maybe rent a tractor with narrow tires or something, because it's not something I've needed much. The last time we fertilized a field after it was growing, we still had a tractor with narrow tires. Now we don't, so I might rent something, who knows. Or there is the possibility that this tractor here has that option, because it is a possibility. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, this is our tractor. It doesn't have a possibility for, yeah, there's no narrow wheel option. So I'll sort something out to get this fertilized next month. Wow, going north, it's really hard to see where we've been. Yeah. It's a lot easier with, like, I found if you run a planter, well, different machines leave different tracks. The particular seeder that we ran, it's just really hard to follow it up with this. I mean, that's about impossible, isn't it? Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can see it kind of. All right, well, I'm going to get this all finished up. There was a bit of confusion today, me trying to figure out, well, there's so much work to do this month that, March took up 2 episodes, and April is looking like it's going to be packed, and I'm trying to, get things decided the best I can as to what's the most efficient for our farm. But it looks like there's just going to be a lot of work to do next month, and some of the corn planting may have to be pushed into May, but we'll see. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to tell me what you think down in the comments below. I really appreciate the view and the subscription. If you like the series and like following along with it, there's a link to the entire playlist down in the description, and hopefully I remember to put one in the comments as well. So thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to get to finishing this, and I'll catch you guys next time. And we're going to be starting in April, and I'll catch you up on what's going on then. All right, thanks a lot, guys.